Hi there. This message, this reading is for my Aries friends, from your metal dog, Scorpio pal. You know, when I was first learning astrology, I'd meet these amazing dynamic people, all this energy, all this passion. But when I find out they were Aries, I would think, well, we are only going to be friends because Aries never learn. And it's thought of as the youngest sign in the zodiac, and therefore this wonderful youthful presence, but also the negative of not learning from bad things happening. And then for me, this old soul that I felt I was, never wanting to go back into the fray. Also probably needed to deal with my own control issues, to think that I ought to, teach an Aries how to live, and then they would change. So over the years, I get to let that go, and I get to enjoy and be close with Aries, although I don't know that I'll ever want to settle down with an Aries. I've had some amazing Aries friends, and I'm thinking in particular of my partner in organizing during these Trump years, someone I work with at my institution, and he invited me to share leadership responsibilities of our union by telling me that we were the kind of guys that get beat over the head by 2x4s and keep on going. And I loved that experience of working with him. And so, Robert, this is a reading that is inspired by you in part, and also that one of my very favorite tarot readers, Cindy, is an Aries, and I've got to see how deep and wise she is and change my idea of Aries. And of course, we're all much more complex just than our sun sign. We have this one aspect, and then it gets complicated by others. And Aries as cardinal signs are the starters with these great ideas. And I'm fixed in sun, moon, and rising. Fixed. I'm the finisher. So Robert and I were a great team. And I loved bringing his ideas forward into the world. I did a lot of the great background work, and I loved it. So let's see what the cards want to tell Aries about where to bring all of that amazing energy and that willingness to live fully in the present under Mars. And we Scorpios and you Aries are feeling the fact that Mars is in retrograde right now. So maybe low energy, maybe a little depression, maybe a little unusual withdrawal from the action, the going for it, and the discipline. So we need a rest. Did I just split this deck? I think I did. And let's just say, maybe Aries, you're dealing with a little bit of feeling of self-doubt. This seems to me to go very nicely with that sensation of Mars in retrograde. It's an underlying energy in this reading. So is the Queen of Cups. I see her red dress. So anyway, sorry about the devil in your underlying energy. I'll talk more about it if it seems relevant. So we're going to do 7 cards. The first card is the recent past. Recent past is the 7 of Swords. It's dark. It's leaving. It's telling. There's dishonesty. There's injustice. This is the recent past. I'm going to tell you that I sense it's somebody else's injustice, not yours, Aries. In the present, you get the Wheel. This is a card of divine timing. This speaks again of Mars in retrograde. There are forces beyond your control. It's very uncomfortable. There's fate. There's luck. It's not a bad thing to be in the Wheel. It's just very uncomfortable if you're an action-oriented starter person. Underlying all of this, and you may not be aware of it, is the Ace of Cups, a love offer, a beginning, a new beginning in your background around you. So look for that. We'll find out more about all of these. My dog is getting excited out there. You may hear that barking in a minute. You, my friend, are the Two of Wands. This card represents you in this reading. This is a person who is envisioning, who is sheltering in place maybe. Looking out that window, she has the wand, which represents willpower. This is the Two of Wands. She has one leaning against the wall. That seems symbolic too in this, the waiting place of the wheel, that in the waiting posture of this person, that you're not even holding both of your weapons. You're just holding the one. You're envisioning. You're being patient. And she has a Volkswagen bus that looks like she's ready to go somewhere. But she's just coloring in a picture of that and the globe. It looks like a person waiting to travel or waiting to move here. I see her a little bit forlorn right now. And that red sky, maybe that is another reference to Mars in retrograde. I'm getting that very strongly here. Okay, the next card is the people in your life. Wonderful. You have your High Priestess, this intuitive, peaceful, calm person. She knows she's in tune to the divine. She's very wise. She is outside of institutions. We'll find out more about her or him or them as we go. And here's your advice, Aries. All right. Your advice is death and rebirth. Your advice is there is change coming. It's not your fault. It's out of your control. And don't be afraid. Let me tell you, as a Scorpio, this is my card. Don't be afraid. Maybe you want this change. It could be the change that you've been working for and envisioning. I've been getting that in these readings, that there is a positive, needed end and a new beginning that we're all facing together. And again, because you're Aries and because Mars is in retrograde, red for that fire, for that passion, for that willpower that is yours, that is intrinsic to you, and also the sky pink there. That speaks to me again of this period that's coming to an end soon. I think next month, Mars goes back into forward motion, and you will get your energy back with that and your clarity. But just because you are in the wheel, this is the present, you're waiting on divine timing. The way that I arrange the cards, they are opposite one another. So I think this change, this massive change, and either one in your life or on a more global scale, this is coming. So be prepared. And finally, the future is the Three of Cups. This is friendship, collaboration, unity. This is a nice, peaceful, feminine future. I think it's very much about transforming you as well, Aries, from that energy, that masculine Martian and energy into this, these three friends who are looking up at the sky. And perhaps what they're seeing in the sky is not just the Big Dipper, but the peaceful return to you, who you are. Mars going forward, you feeling like yourself again. Yeah, and when I look at the recent past, like this kind of injustice or dishonesty around you, I see you as the raven here in the past, speaking up, but maybe in a way that's not heard, that seems or feels incoherent in a way. Yeah, that you're not able to speak clearly, or you are speaking clearly, but you're speaking in the voice of a raven. And I hear ravens around my neighborhood, and I'm curious, like they seem to be planning something, and I wish I could understand it, and I certainly hope to be on their side when they enact their plan. Yeah, and when I think about my Aries friends and Robert in particular, I want to be on Robert's team. It's a team with a good heart and a sense of justice, experience in justice work. So you're calling something out, my dear, and now you have to wait. I think sometimes we can feel like we're seeing ahead, and this present experience of waiting, standing on those compasses, the wheel. Again, I think of the red planet, and I think of the red planet here too, in this Ace of Cups. So, I don't know, maybe you let me know, is Mars in retrograde really affecting you? Are you feeling off here? But whether or not you are, that Mars, that red energy is all the way through this until the future, when I see more of a violet sky. I don't see red alone. I mean, violet is a mix of red and blue. Red and blue, which I see in your hidden energy, separate. The blue and the red in front of it, kind of shining out with that energy. Okay, let's just find out some more here, because, the devil's your underlying energy. And I would say that if in the recent past you're in the Seven of Swords, the devil can be a feeling of lack of self-worth and uncertainty, kind of a rare self-esteem problem, I think, for you, Aries. Okay, well, let's just see if we can find out anything more about what's going on here in these cards. Okay. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords here, please. Okay, the Fool. Oh yes, there you are, my friend. Born every day anew, starting off on your journey. Just full of faith, full of energy. So what else happens here? You have the Empress. So here's our planet. Here's total love, nurturing the world. Perhaps you feel like you're setting out on into the world, but also I could say in your heroic way, and this is coming up for me in these readings, the Empress feels like my planet that I need to protect, I need to get into right relation with. I feel that she's being betrayed now, and I need to find a way to advocate for, but also be more in kinship with and communicate with. And there it is, the same card twice in your past, the Seven of Swords. And here he is walking away. He's taking these swords. Swords are thoughts. Swords are ideas, thoughts. It's the intellect. It's blood. It is, I see this person disarming and taking away the weapons of the other side. And maybe even, as I look at this, I think of you, Aries, taking the swords away and turning around and telling them why you're taking this. And that makes me think of you as this raven. You're speaking out. And this card, I've never noticed this before. I feel like as he walks away with the bad guy's weapons, he's telling them, he's telling on them, right? And he's walking away, he's taking these weapons away from the earth, from the Empress, in the way that this is laid out here. So this reiterates for me the sense of you being protective and disarming the bad guys here. Okay, let's find out about the present. The wheel is your present, this divine timing, this waiting on divine timing, perhaps a feeling of impatience, but also, luck is on your side. Luck is on your side right now, and you can trust that, even though it's a little bit hard to wait, or a lot hard to wait. Usually when I get the wheel, I'm frustrated. Okay, so with this, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is very earthly, 3D, money, your job, your home. And there's a kind of balancing here. And this person's on a tightrope. He's quite agile on the tightrope, but it also looks like strenuous, difficult. There's a bit of the performer in this little joker with their strong thighs, very muscular. And then we get the High Priest, the institutions. Institutional power right here. I feel you balancing, confronting institutional power. Maybe being torn between asserting your institutional power, but also feeling subject to institutional power. And here you are as the Knight of Swords right now, telling the truth, just like that raven. Angry, frustrated, armored, militant. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, this can be, I don't see angry in a way that's anything other than totally just. This is righteous anger that you may be feeling right now. But also I'm noticing yellow, I notice leaves. There's a kind of fall feel here. The swords are associated with blood and the sanguine. And I want to say this season is spring. Anyway, I have to look that up. But here I get a sense of fall. That there's something coming to an end, and that's what you're talking about when you are telling the truth about this institution. You're confronting an institution and you're using the truth, but I also sense a frustration because of the Two of Pentacles between wanting to have institutional power and wanting to critique it, and the wheel here assures you that you're lucky, you're on the right side of fate and destiny and luck, and you're gonna just you'll see what that looks like ahead. So your underlying energy is the Ace of Cups here. Wow, I feel in my chest like this intense energy. It's a jitteriness, it's like over caffeinated feeling. And I didn't have too much coffee today. Is that your feeling, Aries? Yeah, I feel prickly on my skin. I feel you. I feel you. And it makes me want to breathe. And here we are at the Ace of Cups. This is an underlying feeling. It is pure love. It is a love offer. It can be a sense of love for yourself. It can be somebody else's love. It's an emotional gift here that you may not be aware of. And as we find out more, with it comes an Ace of Rods. This is much more in your wheelhouse, willpower, creative. Yes, it's a wonderful new beginning. I really see that butterfly. She has just come out of her cocoon. It is a sunny day. There is wheat in the field to harvest. Stonehenge is here. So there's a sense of a new beginning that is really based in a pre-Christian, pre-high priest. The high priest is very much about, sometimes readers call them the Pope. very much about Christian institutions, the West. And I've been thinking about Stonehenge, and of course, it's geographically located in the West, but it also harkens back to a pre-Christian, very powerful tradition. So this is a part of your underlying energy. Secondly, you get karma. This is the card of judgment. This is, so you've got the wheel, you've got divine timing, and then also karma is at work here in the background, right? So you know whether your karma should be good, or maybe you're experiencing, if you believe in past lives, that you're kind of working through some karmic contracts that you've made, so things that you need to clean up in this life that may make life hard. Um, Rewards that you reap in the present from how you lived your past life or your earlier days. So, I don't know what your karma is. You can kind of tell by how it feels to be you. So we've got one more card. Okay. More fire, more Aries energy. The Five of Rods. This is super creative, conflict, disagreement. It can be fun. I think for you, Aries, this is fun. This is like going to a union meeting and there's no leader, and everybody has a great idea, and it could be kind of frustrating. You don't get a lot done. So yeah. So this is clarifying the Ace of Cups. We've got the Ace of Rods, karma, and the Five of Rods. So I really see that this is a productive, positive, creative process that you're in. It's like a gift, right? It's a gift. It's a new beginning. And it's a kind of participation in a karmic process that's bigger than us, just like you're presently in the wheel. There's something much bigger at work here. The forces of the universe here. Okay. Two of Wands, this is you. Who are you in this reading? So this is a very fun reading. I feel your anxiety though. I feel your frustration and your anxiety as I'm doing it. I'm sorry that you're feeling this way. There is advice. We'll get to that. Okay. So this is part of you, Four of Pentacles, somebody who's worried about the material world, somebody who's a little bit controlling, right? So if you're experiencing this frustration that I'm sensing, this over-caffeinated feeling, it could be based in security issues, and it may be manifesting in your behavior as controlling behavior. So watch out for that. Ooh, I love this. So this is you. The Ace of Pentacles. This is a second card to clarify the Two of Wands. This is an incredible card in this deck, which is informed by Wicca. And the Ace of Pentacles means like a new beginning, you're moving, a new job. But in this deck, I see blood on the altar. So there's a kind of sacrifice involved in this new beginning. And I really see your energy in that rabbit, that ready to act, ready to move, not wanting to be the next sacrifice on that table. And you might notice that behind the table there is a path leading to a castle. Maybe you have to make a sacrifice in order to get to that castle. But it's a new offer. It's a positive, very positive thing, and it represents you. So you are the Ace of Pentacles, and you are the Nine of Swords. There's your anxiety that I'm feeling. This is insomnia. This is up in your head. Bad dreams. So you are sitting here envisioning, but there's a lot going on inside of you. There's control issues. There's a new beginning, but some kind of anxiety and worry around it. So who is your High Priestess, or who are the people in your life? We get the High Priestess, and we're going to clarify this beautiful, magical, feminine energy. I think back to the very beginning where we see the Empress, and she's another beautiful, feminine, powerful person or planet. So this is person in your life. Let's see, who is the High Priestess? Wow, this person's awesome, or you have awesome people. This is the star Aquarius. She is healing. She is participating in her own healing. She may have the ability through her intuitive connection. That High Priestess has the pink light going up to the sky. Connection to the cosmos, to the stars. We see that reiterated here. So she may be very powerful, healing, calming, emotional support around you. Or she may be just modeling that for you as well. Nine of Cauldrons. This is the person, the people. I said she, could be he. This is emotional fulfillment. This card is so much about somebody that is overeating, and it's not always coming forward to me like that, but this is like a good state to be in. When I look at it, I always judge this person for overeating, being greedy, being piggy, drinking too much. Like, I just have to look at my own judginess sometimes when I do a reading. This person is like, they've knocked over a cup. They're left their apple core on the table. I don't know. He's having a great time. He's like eating a lot, and he's got a woman with him it's a physical relationship. They're partying together. You know, it's not bad. I don't know why I see it as bad. I think because I'm thinking about Aries, I'm thinking about how we have you in the past with the Seven of Swords, and we have you now calling out the truth on the High Priest, on the institutions of our society. This seems to me like I see white supremacy, I see wealth disparity. So this people in your life, there's the star, but there's also this rich, greedy kind of person out there, possibly. Take or leave that. And then there's this sensation here of a person in the Five of Cups. It means it's time to move on here. This person is bummed out about the present or the recent past and the losses. There's a new cup being offered by the young one behind you, behind your friend there, and you should think of always, I think, of the Ace of Cups when I see that young one offering that cup. So people in your life, High Priestess, the star, these seem to go together for me, but I also see a Nine of Cauldrons. This may be a rich, powerful person, or just like a happy, fun party person in your life. And then people who are losing, people who feel loss around you, people in self-pity. So when I look at this, I feel like it's talking about several people around you, not just one person. There's multiple people here. And the High Priestess is the card we're clarifying, and and she's feeling their energy. So your friend, your person in your life, this High Priestess, or you, maybe you're in touch with these energies in the way that the High Priestess is. Like, these are people in your life energetically, healing, rich, in self-pity. Now, I'm thinking of big political ways here as I do this reading. I'm thinking about Trump and Trump supporters as, or our institution and its president and her supporters here at our institution, which I will not name. I almost did. Okay, let's see what your advice is. Your advice is death and rebirth. So it's big advice. It's very powerful, potent advice. It's accept transformation, which is my first stab at that. And I think you want transformation. I think you're speaking up for justice, and you're pretty up in your head, you're pretty frustrated, and you've got all this willpower, and it's not really finding anywhere to go in this story yet, right? Because underlying energy is this Five of Rods. It's this sort of chaotic and this frustration of speaking in the raven's tongue in your recent past. I do think in the present you're finding more effective ways of communicating as the Knight of Swords. Okay, clarifying death. We get the Queen of Pentacles. So you have everything you need. Know this. This card, she knows her worth. She is nurturing. She is peaceful. She is grounded. So this is how to go through transformation, which the Death card represents. It's an attitude that you are being, it's recommended that you go through this like the Queen of Pentacles. Remember, you're feeling like you don't have enough. You're worried about money. You're worried about control. Queen of Pentacles, she doesn't need to. She has plenty. So know that. Know you have everything that you need. You're in abundance, and you can trust abundance. There's your Ace of Cups again. Take this ace. When you find it, when you realize it, it's around you, right? It's in your hidden energy. Take it. This is an offering. You have the Ace of Pentacles is representing you in this reading. Ace of Cups represents an offer, an emotional, heartfelt offer. A new beginning. Take it. You're the Queen of Pentacles. And finally, the Three of Rods, wonderful card. You are being helped, right? That person has got the perfect stick to fit into those two forked sticks. You're being helped from above. So this is about, you've manifested, and where is she? Oh, this is the previous step. This is you manifesting. And this is, you can count on it. It's coming in. What you ask for, what you need is coming. So this transformation that's coming is positive. You know your worth. You're being helped. I mean, we know this, right? You've got divine help. Luck is on your side. So just be ready to receive that help when it comes. Cool. Very cool. So what's the future? We have here the Three of Cups. 3 women looking up at the stars. Friendship. Community. Peace. Your energy, your red energy mixed with blue, making this lavender sky. It's a very purple card. Okay. In the future, Queen of Cups. She knows how she feels, and she expresses that openly. Feminine energy in your future. She's wearing a blue dress. It could be somebody in your life still with you. It could be you. You also get the Lovers. The Lovers is a choice. It's also clearly can be read as a romantic connection if that's something that you're looking for. It's the Garden of Eden too. It makes me think back to the beginning, right, where we talked about the recent past, where here's our planet, and you, great advocate and warrior, are protecting that planet by taking away the weapons of the bad guys, and being frustrated with that. This raven, when I see ravens around here, I think is speaking up for the planet it can be humans on the planet, can be the earth, depends on where your heart lies. But the Lovers here are Adam and Eve in the garden. They get back to the garden here in your future. Get the Queen, the Lovers, and the ending of something. Something ends. So this is what death was telling you is coming. Remember, this is your advice. Change is coming. Something is going to end. It's in the life of the mind. So this can be like a broken heart, could be like the end of a relationship. Here I just see, I think we don't really know clearly what the end is, but you know what this end is, and you're anxious about it. You're being reassured that yes, it's coming and there's nothing you can do about it. But the end also has you in the Garden of Eden, also has the Queen of Cauldrons in the future. And it has this friendship, joy, celebration here. So endings are beginnings, and the traditional Waite-Smith tarot that were, these very popular and most commonly used, the Ten of Swords, the sun is rising. Something is totally over. Like it's a corpse stabbed 10 times, bleeding out on the ground. That's over, but there's a new day, a new dawn, and this is your Ace of Cups. You're being told, take the new offer. And you're new too. So you're feeling this, that you are the Ace of Pentacles. You are also feeling yourself as a sacrifice. You're in the Nine of Swords. You're anxious. Yeah, that's what I was feeling in my body, that anxiety. So I share that. Take it or leave it. My friend, my Aries friend, friends. I don't know who all my friends are astrologically. And the neighbor honking, because I have the noisiest neighborhood here. I have the cutest neighbors next door. So take that cup. Know your worth. Trust you're being helped. There's a big change coming. But you're going to get back to the garden, my friend. All right, take it easy. Let me know what you thought.